Happy Wednesday night. I'm excited to be with you. I look forward to our Wednesday night crafty sessions. A, it's the middle of the week. B, we get to craft together. And what's better than crafting with friends? I don't know about you, but that's one of my favorite things to do. I am popping on a few minutes early so Facebook can let you know I get live. And it gives me a chance to check my settings. And just to chat with you for a few minutes. I hope you've had a great day. Here in southwestern Ontario, it's been a very gloomy day. Last week, we were in like the high 20s, almost felt like 30s. And we've done a complete 360. I had to turn my heat on Monday because my house was like so cold. I'm wearing winter hat, I'm wearing mitts, I'm wearing my fall coat. It is cold out there. And I've heard it's not supposed to get any warmer. It's supposed to get colder. My friend was telling me today at work that our winter is supposed to be really cold, which I hope not. We were talking about it as we were doing bus duty. So if you're here, say hi. I'm trying to find myself here on my iPad, which is sometimes impossible. So while we're waiting for me to find my iPad, I'm going to share with you. I have my mug. Look at that, isn't that cute? Little fall gnome. I'm a huge fan of gnomes. It has water in it, but afterwards, it's going to be having a yummy hot chocolate. I've been having hot chocolates at night for the last few nights just to keep me warm because I'm freezing during the day. And you can't have a crafty session without chocolate. And tonight I have chocolate-covered almonds, which are one of my favorite things. So let me just put those over there. And then we will get crafting. So I have my mug. I have my chocolate. I hope you grab your things so that we can get started. Okay, I'm trying to find myself here. So tell me, did you guys have a great day? It was, like I said, it was a great day here. I came home and I checked my emails, I made dinner, and then I worked on our project for tonight. I'm just going to go right to my page and find me. But I do have a few reminders to share with you. Tonight, I'm super excited about the product we are sharing. We are using the Abundant Decorative Masks. These things have been in and out of inventory like so much. And when I started doing my projects, I was like, oh, it's not orderable. But when I checked tonight, it is orderable. So if you like these, you're going to want to order them. Plus, right now, we have free shipping. It ends tonight. So any orders over 100 Canadian, before shipping and taxes, you will get free shipping. So you can head to my online store and place that order. That's the best way because it ships right to you. Plus, we have an amazing starter promotion right now. Did you know that Stampin Up is celebrating 35 years? 35 years in business. What other crafting company has been around for 35 years? I have no idea. But we have two amazing offers right now. One, you can get 35% off your starter kit, which works out to you pick $135 and you only pay $87 and change. Or you can pick 35% more in your kit, which would get $222 worth of product for $135. I'd take the second option because you can fill your stocking with some of those goodies. Or your craft room. We always need stuff. Trust me, I always need stuff. I actually placed 3 orders this week for free shipping. So they were all like classes and things like that. All right, so I am going to flip the camera and we're going to get started. Give me a minute. So you're going to see my beautiful blinds. It's getting dark out now. And then I'm going to flip you up and then we're going to get started. So if you're here, say hello. Just make sure everything looks good. Sometimes I need to make sure I'm not twisted. I think I looked, maybe that looks good. Okay, I think that looks good. All right, so here is my information. This month's hostess code is right here. This is my blog. You can head over there to find some daily inspiration. Well, not daily. I try to do 3 to 4 times a week. Hey, Ashley. Hello, Laura. Thanks for joining. Ashley and Laura are on my team and they are a part of our amazing Stamp to Create community and we would love to have you guys. So tonight I am working from the mini catalog. So this mini catalog is available and it goes till January 3rd. Lots of great products still available. There are some products that are unorderable, but not to worry, they're coming back into stock. So I want to show you what we're using tonight. We're going to do a little play-in first before we create. So we are using the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks, which are right here. And I have to admit, when I saw them in the catalog, I was like, yeah, they're kind of cute. I saw this and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But then I actually saw my demonstrator friends start using these. Oh my gosh, the projects are beautiful. So I finally was able to order them, and I'm so glad I did. I definitely will be holding on to these. You could use these for card making, scrapbooking, you name it. They are perfect. So I'm going to give you some tips. Now, I'm not the expert at that, but I'm going to show you what I learned. Hey, Brenda, how are you, my friend? Brenda, my friend from out west, is joining us. And I have to tell you, I wouldn't have met Brenda if it wasn't for Stamp, Paper, and Ink. So I'm grateful for Brenda, and I'm grateful for our friendship, and I'm grateful for Stampin' Up. All right, so let's show you. I was trying to figure what the name of this was. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 7 of these masks in this kit. And my team and I discovered last night, we're going to call it the Houndstooth check. Houndstooth. So you get this one. It's kind of neat. Look like little arrows, or you could almost like spaceships if you look at it that way. There is a beautiful snowflake one. And this is the one we're going to be using tonight. Yes, Brenda says the best part of stamping are friends we meet. I totally agree with you. This one is really neat right now for fall and autumn. Different leaves. And the neat thing about this one is the sunflowers. So the sunflowers, you get the flowers, then you get the centers, so they would go in here. Then you would get the decorative centers, and then you would get some leaves. So I'm actually going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you a sample that I made last night with my team, and then we're going to create a project with the snowflakes. When I was searching for some inspiration and just looking for color combinations, I saw that a lot of people were using these and barely used the snowflakes or the leaves. So that's why I was like, I need to show you guys these. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to give you some tips along the way. And the best way to learn tips is to go watch other friends. So I headed over to my friend Patty Bennett. Once again, would not have met Patty if it wasn't for Stamp, Paper, and Inks. I met her on my first incentive trip, which literally 1% of the company earns. And she was so grateful, invited me to have dinner with dessert with her and her family. And we became instant friends and have been good friends ever since. That was way back in 2011. Here we are in 2023. So I am grateful for my friendships with friends. All right. So with these masks, you will know that there is a notch in it. Now you will notice that on these ones, there's no notch. That's okay, because these are the ones that you're going to want to make sure are really important. With the notch, you're either going to want to make sure you have it to the right or to the left. For me, in my brain, it's just easier to think the notch is going to be to the right. You're going to definitely want some grid paper underneath you. So I'm going to put this down, and I'm going to get some Post-it notes. Or you could use washi tape, whatever you have. I just have some Post-it notes, so I'm going to put that down. All right, now I'm going to bring in some colors. I prefer, when I was playing around with these, there's 2 ways you could use these. You could use this blending brushes. So we have small and, I'm not sure if I hit the thing or it hit. We have small blending brushes and large, or you could use sponge dappers. Now, I don't have a lot of blending brushes, so I was like, you know what? I don't really have a lot to do all the colors, so I'm going to just fix myself. I feel like I am crooked here. I'm not sure if I hit something as I moved. Okay, someone can let me know. Maybe it's the stand that's driving me crazy. Someone can let me know if I'm straight. That would be great. Let me know, because that drives me crazy. So I didn't have a lot, but I definitely will be ordering more of these as we go. And maybe it's my phone. Tell me, what do you think? Okay, and then I decided I would use these sponge dabbers. Now, if I had to pick which one tool I would prefer, I would definitely get the stamping blending brushes to use with this. I found it just easier. So we're going to show you those in a bit. So we're going to put this down, and we're going to use the color Daffodil, because that's a typical sunflower color. And as I said, I'm just using sponge dabber. So I'm going to pick up my sponge dabber, and I'm going to ink it up. And I'm just going to rub it off. I don't want to go like this, because if I did that, I'm going to get this big blob, and I don't want that. When you do it, you want to press really lightly. Start from the center and work your way out, and go in a circular motion. So I'm just going to start, and I'm just going to lightly go. And as you go around, you're going to get the different shades of colors on your petals, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. Ink it up again, blob off, and do the same. As I said, these masks have been very, very popular. I just checked before I came on tonight for my video, and they are no longer unorderable. You can order them. I don't know how long they will last. So if this is something you're wanting and you've been eyeing it up, now is the time to get it. So as you see, I just kind of went in this circular motion. Just keep getting, and then you can have a different contrast of petals. Next, we're going to bring in, oh, before I do that, so we're going to close the daffodil. I don't need that anymore. I'm going to bring in a pumpkin pie. Now, if I was mass producing, I would do all my daffodil flowers first. I would just lift this up, slip out the paper. Then I would come in and do my pumpkin. Because once you blend the ink on top, it might go down below. So you don't really want that. So I'm using pumpkin pie. I'm just going to dab off. I'm just going to add some color around. Do it again. Ink up, round. Now, I have seen these sunflowers in yellows and oranges. I have seen them done in purples. I've seen them done in blues, and I have seen them done in pinks, which was really nice. Okay, so we're done with pumpkin pie. I'm gonna put that over, and I'm gonna bring in pecan pie, which is just like a nice light brown. It's one of the new core colors that just came back. So if you have not got pumpkin pie, you're gonna want pumpkin pie before Christmas. It's gonna be a good color. I'm going to start, oops, I'm done with this. Let's pull this off. So I'm done with that. Just gonna put it over there so I can wash it. Now I'm gonna bring in my second layer. Now see, my notch is to the left. Now if I was to put that down, look what happens. My circles don't line up. That's why we wanna make sure that the notches are on the same side. So I said it was just easier for my brain to think that they were on the right. I'm gonna pick up my sponge, dabbed off, and I'm gonna start light and work my way. Now I think my sponge dabber needs to be a little, it looks like it's getting a little wore, but I just want to show you the process. Okay, so there is that. I've added my centers. We're gonna take that off. Now I will go, after my Facebook Live, go run these under soap, just water and soap, and let them air dry on a paper towel, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna bring in the third layer, and I'm gonna make sure it's to the right. Okay, and I'm gonna put my Post-it tape down, pick up that dabber again, and I'm just going to go around. Okay, and then when you, oh, might not be dark enough, I think my dabber is kind of like at its done end here. That's why I think the blending brushes would be better. As you can see, because I've been pressing hard and trying to get this to go, it's been ripping. Okay, so there is, and I find too with the blending brushes, you don't necessarily get the little flecks in between. But I just really wanted to show you the process of how this was done in case you haven't done it. So any colors you were using, you would do that. Now these are the leaves. I found, so if I was to put this down like this, I don't really like where the leaves line up. Like this one's like way over here. That one's kind of off. So I found it was easier for me just to like lay my leaves down where I want them and do them myself. Now I didn't necessarily hold them down. I just held it in place. I didn't really use a Post-it note. Pick up that ink. I'm using Garden Green. I'm gonna start from here and work my way. And I'm gonna go darker to try to go lighter. Now I did ink up. So there's just a leaf, and then you could just move it around and go like that. So that's how you get your leaves. So let me move this out of the way. I'm gonna show you some samples. Okay, so there is our sunflowers done. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I think these would be gorgeous on a scrapbook page, or like just making cards like sympathy, thank you, birthdays, whatever you like. This would be a great one. Okay, so there's that. I'm just going to leave that there to show you. And to show you a few other samples I did with the sunflowers, if I can find them. So here's just one. I had just, you can see it's a little more softer tone compared to this one. And I just did some greens. I think this is the one I did last night with my team. So just showing you that. And then I just wanted to, there was another. So you can see how this was what happens when you use the sponge dabbers. You kind of get that like ink in between the petals, where I think the blending brush will be a lot better for that. You wouldn't have those. So those are just some sunflowers. And like I said, you can literally just play and play and play. So I wanted to show you the card I made last night with my team. I was inspired by a card that Patty Bennett did, and she used blues. Now on this card, I strictly used one color of ink, which was Misty Moonlight. And I literally just went and did soft, and then I went back over with a little bit of more ink. I pulled in the leaves, which were shaded spruce, and I actually laid down the center, which was this one, and I flecked it with my alcohol blends, so our stamping blends. Now I will tell you, when you do that, it will stain your mask. Not to worry, wash it off, use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and you will get rid of it. It came off no problem. So then you're probably thinking, well, Anne, what's that striped paper you have in the background? That actually was the houndstooth. That is what I used to create that. So, I just dropped something. Let me pick it up. What I did was, I just layered this down, but I created myself a mask of what size my paper was going to be, and then I laid it down and sponged it. So you can see I did that, but then it gave me this outside border of what I wanted to do. So there is the card that I created last night on my team. So each week in my team, I go live to give us our updates, to talk about our team events, and I always end the night with a project, and I always share them with them, the projects that I am using in my social media for the week, and I show them samples, because I truly feel that you could see something in a catalog and you think, wow, that looks great, but until you physically see samples done with it, that is when it changes your mind whether you want to add it to your creative craft room or your, your stash. So I pulled in, this is the Starry Sky ribbon, and then I pulled in the So Sincere stamp set, which is like one of my top favorites from the holiday catalog, aka September to December. Okay, so let me put these aside, and we are going to start with our project for tonight. So as I said, when I went searching for ideas, I didn't really see a lot of ideas using this snowflake. And I don't know about you, but I really am on like Christmas mode right now. I'm still in fall mode, but our Canadian Thanksgiving is already over. I'm not really big on prepping cards for Halloween. So I thought, why not show you guys how to do some Christmas projects? Oh, before I transfer over to Christmas, I did want to show you, I was playing quickly with the leaves. And this was the leaf one. And I would probably go in, and if I was to do this again, I would probably do some red, some pumpkin pie, some green, some yellow. And I think this would make a really cool scrapbook page. So I just wanted to see, I was quickly playing with it tonight. But I want to show you the snowflake one. All right, so let me get my papers and my projects and bring it over. So I already cut my paper, and I will put all these measurements for you, but it's 3 3/4 by 5. And I'm going to bring in the snowflakes. Look at that. Isn't that kind of cute? I don't think there's like, I can definitely feel like this would maybe be the top side. This is a negative side. So I'm just going to put this up. And I'm just going to lay my snowflakes down to where I want them. And I'm going to put some tape down. The colors that I'm going to use are Balmy Blue and, let's move these out of the way. Balmy Blue and, I don't know if it's my, Balmy Blue, maybe it's the paper. Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight. So for this one, we are definitely going to be using those blending brushes, which I find are a lot easier to use. So this is our large blending brush, and I'm using Balmy Blue. So when you do that, just pick, like swirl it around. Don't hold it like here because you're definitely going to get a lot of pressure. Hold it here and then just rub it. So I'm going to do a light because I'm going to kind of do like a two-tone. So I'm really just going to let the brush guide, and I'm going to go in round circles. If you're joining me, hello, welcome to our Facebook Live. This is our Crafty session. Each week I go live and bring you a Crafty session at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I always pick a product of the week, and then I show you a project created, and then I show you samples. So this week we are using the Abundant Decorative Masks. Beauty Decorative Masks. And like I said, I just got mine because these things have been in back order, unorderable for so long. Okay, just literally softing, circular motion. Try to go in that same circular motion around. Okay. All right, so I'm kind of content with that. I'm going to put the Balmy Blue away. See my mess in my desk. It's quite messy. Okay, so I'm going to put that one over here. I'm going to bring in the small blending brush. Now, what I like to do is I like to label them so I know. You could rinse this under soap and water and then reuse it, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to buy one for each color, not the colors, but most of the colors I use. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Or Katie? Catherine? Katie? Sorry if I messed your name up, but how do you say your name? Katie. I think it's Katie, just with an H. Okay, so I'm picking up, I put my ink, I don't want to blob. Now I'm just going to lightly let that brush glide over. Just glide over. Just kind of, I kind of want like, you know how you get those frosted looking snowflakes that are like two tones? That's kind of what I'm going for. Okay, so just circling it around. Making sure I get all those snowflake little dots and things. I think this would be a cool activity to do in a class. I think it would show off, especially the snowflakes, because it's simple. It's Catherine, it's Kathy with an I-E. Ah, gotcha. Well, welcome to our Crafty session. All right, so I'm gonna pull that up, and you can continue to go as dark as light as you want, but I'm kind of happy with that because it gives you like that two-toned color look. What do you guys think? Kind of cool. So when I was checking out ideas on Pinterest, I saw a lot of demonstrators do this, and I wanted to do it with my sunflowers, and I totally forgot last night when I was doing my Crafty session with my team. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it tonight. So what I've seen demonstrators do is they take their paper they've done and they're going to emboss it. So I am using Snowflake Sky, which is part of the Beary Cute suite. That you can find in our holiday catalog, aka September to December. I am using our Stampin' Cut machine. I call this aka Big Boss. And I am using plate 1, my embossing folder, because it's a 3D, and I'm going to use plate 4. Just going to roll it through. And I'm going to show you what happens. Let me just move this out of my way because I don't need this anymore. And I'm actually done with this. So let me move this out of my way. Actually, I might use it for stamping. So one thing I love is embossing folders. And I actually featured these last week in my Facebook Live because I wanted to show you how cool it is. That just changes the paper in a matter of like minutes. So here it is. Now we have big snowflakes. Looks like a blizzard in a snowy night. All right. So we're going to put that away. I've already die cut out a banner. So we're using an Embalmy Blue, and it's from the Nested Essential Dies, which these are my favorite. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of the stitch dies. And I totally overlooked these in the catalog till my friend came over and showed me, and I was like, what are those? And I need to have them. So yeah, had to have them. They're now like my top favorites. I love that there's like 12 different sizes and that you can layer them. So that's one we're using. I have a piece of Misty Moonlight. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And not to worry, I will post all these measurements on my Facebook Live video and also on my YouTube. So I will upload this video to YouTube. So if you're not a subscriber, please come follow me. And if you're local here if you live here in Canada or you're local to Southwestern Ontario and you want to learn more about my classes and what I offer in my studio, head to my blog, www.stampwithAnn, and make sure you sign up for my newsletters, because that's the best way to learn what's happening. Sometimes I don't advertise a lot of my classes because they fill out when I do my newsletters. Using Balmy Blue, so we're going to pop this up. So let me find my dies. I offer like 3 different types of classes monthly, and I will be adding another one. I'm not sure if I'll add it before Christmas or after, probably after. I always find this is a busy time of year. So we're gonna pop that up. I am bringing in the 2 3/8 circle punches. If you're a fan of punches, then you're gonna wanna add this circle one. You can find this in our annual catalog. It is a great one. And I love punching, especially if you're new to card making. Die cutting, you have to have, you need to invest. But if you just want to try it out and just like thinking, hey, I want to try this crafting hobby out, then punches are the way to go. So we're just going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. And I need I need a piece of white. Let me find a piece of white. Oh, this is a piece of white. Look at that. I always save scraps because you never know when you're going to eat them. And I'm going to use the Beary Cute. So we are using the Beary Cute stamp set. So here is the stamp set, and it has a coordinating punch. Now, sadly, this punch just went unorderable, but not to worry. Stampin' Up! Is bringing more in November, so that it will punch out this one. I still like to show you things because sometimes I know showing things when they're not available can be frustrating, but I also want to show you things that when it does come available again, you're like, oh, I don't know if I really want that, but you know what? I saw this really cool project that Ann did, or I saw this really cool project some demonstrators did, and then you need to have it, right? So you just want to, it's a good tip of advice for you. Because I can tell you, I've been waiting on these masks for a very long time. There's things I'm still waiting to purchase because by the time I order them or go to order them, they're gone. That just means they're very popular. Stampin' Up! Has amazing products. And one of my favorite things about Stampin' Up! Is everything coordinates. All right, so here is our polar bear. As you can see, I'm going to punch him out. It is easier to punch this way than this way because I can't tell you if I'm lined up. So just hold it like that, punch here, and then you got your polar bear. All right, so let me move that out of my way. We're going to pop up our polar bear. Another must-have in your craft room are dimensionals. I use them on everything. And I'm sure a lot of my crafty friends use them too. We always say, where's the oddest place you find a glue dot? I've actually found sometimes, I actually found them in my car. I have to laugh. I'm like, why are they in my car? Or on my puppy's mouth. I think that's funny too. He's on his mouth. All right, so we're gonna put that down there like that. Now I'm going to bring in my white. So I'm using thick white, and it's 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And actually, I should do a quick, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Just a quick, with your bone folder, crease those edges. It helps make your project lay a little flatter. if you are new to crafting and you want to learn more, I would love to help you out if you're here in Canada. If you're looking for a community to join, you just want to meet some new friends and craft, we would love to have you join us at a class or in my team. And just like I started the video, there's always chocolate on our tables because you can't have crafting without chocolate. All right, so let me show you. I'm going to bring in, these are the glitter adhesive back glitter dots that also go part of the Beary Cute suite. Now these are unorderable, but not to worry, they will be back in stock. They're due to come back in the warehouse in November. A lot of stuff is like the first 2 weeks of November, so the best way to look is online. If you go to my blog, www.stampwithann, and click shop now, that will take you to my online store, and then it'll tell you when it's available or when it's not. And obviously being a demonstrator is the best way because then you can order things beforehand and not get that chance. Okay, I decided I wanted to leave my card just like that, but what I would do is add a greeting in the inside. So we're going to use the Merry Christmas. I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to bring it in. Oh, hope I don't get that ink on there. Just like that. Okay. Let's ink this, close this up. And there is our project for tonight. What did you guys think? Now I want to show you how these snowflakes can look so different. So this is the one we just created. This was the one that I was playing around with before I did my Facebook Live. Usually I sit down on the weekend and create all my projects for the week. Usually I try to be like a month ahead, but it was our Thanksgiving weekend and it was nice and I needed to prep work outside. Like I had to get my house ready for winter. So I finally sat down tonight and last night to do this. So once again, the Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight, but just shows you how the different snowflakes look. And I actually want to show you my sample that I just made earlier because it does look very different to the one that I made now because my snowflakes are a little darker. So you can go as light or as dark as you want using those Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. I really hope they carry over into the new big annual catalog. And I really hope that Stampin' Up brings out some more because I feel like they are like so handy tool to have in your craft room. All right, let's do a recap. So we have used the Abundant, I think I'm saying that right, Beauty Decorative Masks. I showed you how to create with the snowflakes. I showed you how a sample done with, I'll just bring this in, with the sunflowers. And I'll just show you one color here. Where is it? There, just show you that. Just show, oh, it's gonna make a nice one here. Just show you what the difference, right? So you can see that they can create multiple projects. Plus you have leaves and houndstooth, and I'm gonna call it a houndstooth because that's what it is. And there's so many possibilities. Like search this on Pinterest if you're still unsure because you will be blown away by the colors. As I said, when I was really searching for ideas, I saw a lot done with the snowflakes and sunflowers and barely anything done with the snowflakes. So that's why I wanted to show you a project done with it today. Ashley says, I love it. Oh, thanks, Ashley. Okay, so let's do a little recap. Facebook Live, we featured these. All this information will be on my blog on, I'm going to download the video and do the write-up. So it'll be on my blog for Friday. If not Friday, it will be Saturday. I will list all the supplies that I use, plus there will be a video. So it's kind of like a project tutorial for you each week because you get the video and then you get the measurements and the supplies I use so that you could go recreate it or use it as an inspiration to create another project. Wanted to remind you that free shipping ends tonight. Any orders over $100 here in Canada, before shipping and taxes, you get free shipping. Why not take advantage of the free shipping and join with this 35 celebration promotion where you can either pick 35% off your starter kit or 35% more in your starter kit. And my Stamp to Create team would love to have you. We are a group of ladies from the East to the West Coast, and we are one big happy family that supports each other through ups and downs, everyday life, and most of all with creativity and friendship, which is the best part of everything. I saw some comments. Catherine said those bear cards are so cute. Aw, thank you. All right, when I first saw the holiday catalog, I will show you this suite. I have to tell you, I was like, oh my God, I need to get that. It was like one of the first things I ordered on my pre-order. So here's the suite. It's called Beary Christmas. So right now, the punch isn't available, but I would get the stamp set because then when the punch comes in, these are not available and this is not available, but everything else is. So it's a great set, and I really hope, I love the colors. Like, it's just, the colors are gorgeous. And I have featured this in Facebook Live before, so you could always go and check my videos out on YouTube and you'll see them there. Make sure you subscribe. All right, everyone, that is all I have for you tonight. So I am going to flip the camera back to see if I can do this. And actually, no, I'm just going to leave it like this. I am going to go clean up my mess, take some photos. You should see my desk. It's quite messy. And make myself a hot chocolate and have a nice cookie that a couple of my downline members gave me, which are oh so yummy, and watch the hockey game. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Stay warm if you're here in Canada. Some areas are warm and some areas are freezing. If you have any questions about Stampin' Up, about my team, about my classes, about this, please reach out to me. And I will be sure to answer. You can comment on my blog or you can message me. I would be happy to answer any questions you have. And I will see you guys next week. And next week I am featuring, which I think it's in one of my orders that just came, is the Pick a Pumpkin bundle. So it's a punch and a stamp set. And I cannot wait to share that with you guys. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your night. Thank you for joining us for our crafty session, and I will see you guys next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Bye, everyone. Have a great night.